What's going on, guys? United Gaming back in our MLB Show 22 video, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you how you can complete the Field of Dreams program as fast as possible using this XP method. Now, if you enjoyed today's video and find it useful, hitting that like button and subscribing is free, and it only takes 2 seconds, and I'd appreciate it so much. Let's get into it. So, the all-star of the franchise program is going to be ending. We're getting a new Field of Dreams program that will be lasting for 10 days, and there are 9 bosses in it, and these 9 bosses are guys you're going to want to have. We got Future Stars O'Neal Cruz, we got Future Stars Riley Green, we got Retro Fire Zach Greinke, we got Senior Series Joey Votto. They got a ton of good cards in this program, and you're going to want to get these cards, and I'm going to be telling you guys this XP method so you can get these cards and not have to worry about doing everything. This is the best way you can get these cards. So, if we go leave Diamond Dynasty, we are going to want to go up to Create tab. We're going to want to go to the Vault. We're going to want to go over to the Roster Vaults. We're going to want to sort by downloads and then descending. We're going to sort. I hit the wrong button. Whatever. We're going to want to downloads, descending, sort. Then we're going to go over to the second page. And you're going to download the United XP Road to the Show Position Player Roster. If you don't download this roster and don't use this roster, it will not be as effective. So you're going to go, you want to download this roster. Once you have downloaded the roster, we are going to leave and we are going to go to Road to the Show. We're going to start a brand new Road to the Show, set up my ball player. So with this method, it doesn't really matter how you do it. So I'm just going to go with United Cortez because that's my best one. It doesn't matter what position he plays in this method, considering you're just going to be hitting a bunch of home runs. You can use your main cap if you use a main cap. I'm just going to be using this card because this is the one I use the most. So you got to make sure he's a position player, though. If he's not a position player, this will not work. So anyway, going in, we're going to load saved rosters once we get to the roster selection screen. Once we load saved rosters, it's going to pull up our rosters. We're going to select United XP Road to the Show Position Player. And then we are going to get loaded in Diamond Dynasty. We're going to have to listen to Ben Gallman talk a lot. But you kind of got to deal with it. It's kind of what you have to go through if you want to deal with this stuff. So we're going to get a call from all this stuff, and once you get on this screen, you want to say, there is one team that I've heard for more than a couple of times. That is the team you want to select. Let me guess the White Sox, and basically you do this guessing game until he gets it right. So no, it's an American League club. You're going to want to play on the Yankees. If you hate the Yankees, suck it up and deal with it. I'm sorry. But yes, this team is based around the Yankees, so you got to play for the Yankees in this, and you will get called for the Yankees eventually once we get past this 1-minute cutscene, which takes forever. But yeah, this method can get you of 25,000 XP. It's probably the best XP method in the game, considering they took out the mini seasons method and replaced it with other mini season missions that are not as effective. So there's no point to doing that method anymore. So we're just gonna skip to this cutscene, and I'll catch up with you guys when I get drafted. And boom, we're drafted by the New York Yankees. I told you it would happen. So basically, we gotta go through all this, and then we gotta set up to play our first couple of games in this. So once we have gotten past this screen, we got to listen to Christopher Russo talk a little bit, which no one wants to do. But anyway, first thing you're going to want to do is go to settings. You want to go to your settings here, and I'm going to show you the settings that I use specifically to get the most out of this. I go to gameplay. I put my hitting difficulty on beginner. I have hitting view on strike zone, and my hitting interference is on directional, so you only have to press the X button, and basically you hit a home run every single time. You want directional and beginner are the main 2 things in this. And then if we go to presentation, we want fast play, and we just want to turn batter walk-off and in-game ticker off, and this on rarely, just so you know this is a little quicker, and you can get through the animations faster, and you can skip most of the stuff. And then if you go to mode specific, you can obviously do your things, but you're going to want to have base running opportunities on, it depends on what you want. You're basically only going to be hitting home runs in the method, so there's not really a point to have them on. But if you want to have them on for progression in the program, then it's up to you, really. But anyway, we're going to use as default because I didn't have this selected. We're going to go take a look at the ball player program as an alternate source of XP while you're doing this. So if you go to the item program, you can see the missions. If you complete these missions, you get points in the program, and if you get certain things in the program, you get extra XP. This isn't like a mainline source of XP. This is more of an extra type of method, and if you're done all the programs, it's not going to be any useful to this, but this is an extra way to get XP, and if you're really good and get enough at-bats, you can just rocket fire through these programs and get them done really fast and get a ton of extra XP. I mean, some of these are 2,500 XP. That's insane. That's more than you're getting in the actual game. So boom, we're going to leave this real quick, and we are going to go out of that. And next things we're going to take a look at is League and Stadium Assignment. This is only if you are on next-gen consoles, PS5 or Xbox Series X. You're going to want to change every stadium in AAA, and AA, to a juice stadium, juice-created stadium that you make with the walls all in elevation on max like this right here. basically the walls are all in, they're all down. You can create the stadium any way you want. I just named it Dinger. We're just going to go to the National League. We're going to change it for the Fighting Phils because that is the first team I'm going to play in the series, and I don't want to accidentally mess up and use this stadium when I could be using this stadium, which is a million times easier to hit a home run. So if you're on Next Gen, this is a huge advantage like me, but if you're not on Next Gen, you can just make it all Ship It Stadium, whatever stadium you like to play at, or all that good stuff. So we're going to hop into our first game. We're going to play this appearance, and the XP method is really dependent on how many at-bats you get. More at-bats equals more home runs. It really depends on how your team does. It's less controlled. So I'm going to be here. I'm chilling. I'm up. It's second inning, my first time up, which is a little unfortunate. You kind of want to be up in the first, but whatever. I legit just hit one button and hit a home run. It's not hard to hit a home run in this method. It's super easy. Basically, all you do is spam homers for an entire game, and you get about 750 XP per game. And this games only take like 2 minutes at most. So if we do the math real quick, let's just do our brains real quick. So 750 times 2, I did that math. It's about 22,000 XP. And then we're adding all the other extra XP moments that you can get, like through the programs, through all that good stuff. And, you know, all that extra stuff. That's tons of other ways to get XP. Now, in this game, it's not looking like I'm going to get 7 at-bats. So I can't really prove to you that I'm right. But I mean, I'm not going to get 7 at-bats, but if you don't get 7 at-bats, your games are going to be shorter, so in turn, it will all cancel out. So if you don't get, the less at-bats you get, the quicker the games will go, but you'll get less XP, so it doesn't really matter. I might get 7 at-bats, I don't know, depends on how well the team does. I'm kind of hoping the team shows out so I can actually show you that I got 750 XP. Now, XP is on double XP right now, so it's going to say a different number than it actually is. It's going to say more like 1,400 when it's actually 7,700 because I've been saying 7,000, I meant 700. 750 XP. Whatever. I might get 7 at-bats this game considering it's the 7th inning. We were showing out. Let's just hit one more bomb. Hope, yeah, boom. All right, just need to get up one more time, and then we're chilling. So basically, all you got to do is press one button. I'm not even power swinging. I'm hitting the normal swing. It's not that hard. Alright, looking like this is going to be the last at-bat, so actually we will get 7 at-bats, so that's nice. I mean, it also depends a little bit how many runners are on base. You'll get more XP for a grand slam than you do a solo home run, but it's not that big of a difference. It's really just, you know, some of it's RNG based, but whatever. See, got 14,000 XP. We're going to return to Clubhouse just so I can actually show you that I'm not lying, I'm not capping, this is all true, not pulling your leg or anything. Boom, 14,000 XP, we're on double XP. You divide that by 2, and you get 750 XP. And I'm just going to go through my calculator on my phone real quick to prove to you that my math is correct. So boom, we're just going to divide this number by 2. I'm going to round up by like 12 XP points, but whatever. So divide that by 2, and boom, 750. You multiply that by 2, and what do I mean multiply that by 2? I meant multiply that by 30. You want to multiply that by 30, and you get 22,500 XP, plus all the bonus XP methods you can be getting, and all the other ways you can like do this method. So this is the best XP method. The Road to the Show method is by far the best XP method in the game. Now, you still can use the good old mini season method. It's just going to be 10 times slower. So if we go over to single player modes, we go to mini seasons, and we go to goals, there's not really as good of goals anymore. You know, it's 25 strikeouts playing on All-Star or higher. That's going to be a long one. That's at least like 3 games. And tally 30 home runs with home run derby players. 30 home runs. That's ridiculous. 40 hits with All-Star players. That's a lot. Beat 6 different teams. And, you know, 35 extra base hits with Cubs or Reds players. This is how long a season it took me to get. It took me like 9 games in the season to get these 2 done. To get me this putouts and extra base hits one. The extra base hits one that actually only took me like 2 games, but you got to be really precise with that extra base hits one because that one's actually kind of hard, and you only get 250,000 XP from it. It's still kind of good. This is the only good one, that 35 extra base hits with Cubs or Reds. It really depends on how good your Cubs or Reds team is. Now, my Cubs and Reds team can get pretty good. I know I got some bogus guys on here, and it's kind of weird, but just ignore the comments. And, you know, you can get a pretty good Cubs and Reds team for not all that expensive. But, you know, doesn't mean you really want to be doing that method. I still recommend the Road to Show method because it's simpler, it's easier, it's more guaranteed. The mini seasons is a little bit more in the air. Now, granted, you also get packs with it, but it's a little bit harder to complete as well. So, that's basically going to wrap it up for today's video and today's XP method. If you enjoyed it, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing. I appreciate that so much. Anyway, I'm your Gaming. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Thank you so much for watching.